Hello everyone, my name is Luis Perez and this is my Persuasive uh, presentation from public speaking, and this is my audience right here. Okay, so today what I want to talk about is game engines, and pretty much let's start off with uh, the power of how the game engines can actually take you to different places. Let's imagine for an instance that you're going to a roller coaster ride, and pretty much you can do that in the comfort of your home. Or let's say that you're planning to build your own house before actually start building it. You can actually achieve that using game engines and real time technology. And pretty much, I wanted to talk about how, in my personal experience, how I use this game engine before I actually started working on this. I was doing architecture back home, and pretty much I needed a way to present this kind of projects like buildings and houses and stuff to clients, but it was really difficult at that time because we didn't have the proper technology for it. We only had like 3D renders and we needed to print stuff. So this new technology actually helped us a lot to show the clients how their houses are going to end up looking before actually building it. So by the time that we started to implement this new technology, we started to figure out how this new technology is actually beneficial for more than game producers and game artists. It actually works for other companies as well. So for basically my thesis on this is that game engines have the ability of working as a presentation tool more that, and actually it actually works for more than games. It actually works for other stuff. So for my main points, I wanted to talk about the demographics on game engines, how this game engines are dedicated to more than other people. Pretty much, we already know that the typical gamer, pretty much the game engines are made for games, but at the same time, other people are adopting this new technology. For example, military people, they're using it for simulation, and at the same time, we got to think about that the age of other people had changed, and game engines and games per se, they're not only delivered for a certain audience. They actually widen their scope, right? For my second point, I'm going to talk about what adaptation is, how the game programmers have actually adapted this new technology to work with other people besides game. For example, there are some scientists that actually use the game engine to produce like simulations for viruses and how the virus actually reacts in a specific environment, right? And they actually collected a whole bunch of information through real-time technology using game engines. For one of my other examples, pretty much is how this other disciplines are actually adapting this. My other example is how an architecture firm actually used the game engine to establish certain parameters on their buildings before actually building them. They were using like wind conditions, simulating wind conditions and tremors and stuff like that to actually see how the building actually reacts in a certain simulated environment, right? And pretty much based on that, I wanted to show how this technology can be used in different different as a presentation tool, basically, and how you can implement it in your own workflow, right? So for this, pretty much, I wanted to pretty much conclude, like talk about the possibilities that game engines provide for for different companies, and how how we can actually see our future working with this new technology, the real-time technology. And pretty much I wanted to conclude this by saying that the next time that you want to talk about your next presentation or your next project, you just simply need to think in real time, pretty much. So that's about it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's some Oscar-winning shit.
The third time's a charm.